Hello guys, one of the most typical questions I see online about object-oriented programming in PHP and Laravel is about interfaces and traits and how to use such structures and when you would use that. And in this video I want to show you 3 examples of Laravel packages, because Laravel packages, I noticed they really often used one pattern, one structure that would help you to understand OOP and Laravel use case of that better. So the video is not that much about packages themselves, but about the structure of the code with interfaces and traits and what is their use case. The first package I wanted to show you is called Laravel Wallet. Basically, you can attach a virtual wallet to a user or whatever model you want. And to implement that package, after installation, you should do 2 things. Use interface and use trait. The interface goes with implements wallet and trait goes inside as use has wallet. What is actually under the hood? What is inside that interface and inside that trait? Let's take a look. If we take a look at the interface's wallet, it has definitions of methods. So with wallet, what you can do: deposit, withdraw, can withdraw or not, with specific types of data that can be passed or what can be returned, or maybe void if it doesn't return anything. So interface is the rule. In other words, if you use that package, you agree to the rules of that package, which are in the interface. So your wallet implementation should have these methods. And then the second thing that the package offers is actually implementation of that interface according to that package. So this is where we get to the trait. The trait of has wallet has the same methods implemented with practical real code. So changing the wallet balance, withdrawing from the wallet balance, can withdraw or not, throwing exceptions, calculating the balance, and checking some more things. So trait is the implementation of the interface. So technically, what you can do while using this package is use only interface of the wallet, so only this part, but then replace use has wallet with your own implementation however you want, as long as it goes by those rules of those methods. Before I go to the second package example, I wanted to remind you that one of my courses on Teachable is about similar topics. Interfaces traits is just one part of that. Solid code in Laravel, the course which I've released last year, but is still fully relevant because it talks about patterns, which are more or less stable things even over longer time. And inside of that course, I will talk not only about single responsibility principles letters one by one, but also we will take a look at open source repository examples of how they implement Solid. We'll also talk about static analysis and even about criticism of Solid. So you may take a look at this course. The link will be in the description below. Now let's get back to our packages. The second example of the same or similar pattern is from well-known package called Spotty Laravel Media Library. So to prepare your model to have media files, you need to have 2 things. Use Spotty Media Library has media, which is an interface, and then use interacts with media, which is a trait. So exactly the same structure as in the package previously. Let's take a look what's inside of those. So has media, if we open source of has media package, it's an interface. And again, with rules of those methods. So it needs to have media relationship, polymorphic relationship, and then a lot of functions like add media, clear media, register conversions, and a lot of those stuff. And in the trait of interacts with media, if we open that, a lot of stuff is in use, but basically it's the same set of methods. If we scroll down, we have media relationship with media table, which is configurable in the case of this package, but it defines the polymorphic relations. And then add media from request, add media from library, sync media, and stuff like that. So it has implementation of that interface according to those rules listed here. And the third final example of the same pattern comes from a package called LaraVisit. Basically, you can attach visits to your user model or other models if you prefer to. So again, you have a trait, so use has visit trait, but trait implements the method from can visit, which is an interface. They are both located in the same namespace and subfolder of concerns, and that is, by the way, a personal preference. Sometimes interfaces are called concerns, but it's basically the same thing. It's just different wording of the same thing. So let's take a look at those. So the concerns can visit is an interface with just 2 methods, visit and visits. So this is the action of visiting, and this is just the relationship. And they are both implemented in the trait of has visits. So visit becomes pending visit, whatever that is. And this defines polymorphic relations. Interestingly, the package in the interface, that's probably what I would criticize a bit. It doesn't define what it should return, but it defines the return type in the trait itself. So that's a bit of misconception, and also interfaces are exactly for that purpose, to define the rules, and the rules are actually defined in the trait, which is the other way around. But anyway, the pattern is still the same. You have the interface with the rules and your trait with one of the possible implementations. So based on those three packages example, I wanted to show a pretty common pattern in the packages, but you can use it generally in your Laravel projects or even PHP projects. Define the rule for some class for someone else to use, and then provide your own trait with your own implementation. What do you think of this pattern? Have you ever used it outside of packages, just somewhere in general? Did it pay off? Or would you do it somehow differently? Share in the comments below. As always, I advise you to subscribe to the channel to get daily videos like this one, and see you guys in other videos.